Dear students, you are welcome in the Education Department at SHAHD Association. Our lesson today is Passive Voice. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more lessons and don't forget to activate the bell to stay notified. Our objectives are to distinguish between active and passive voice, to change sentences from the active voice to the passive voice. Dear students, let's review together what are parts of speech. As you know, we have 8 parts of speech. They are noun, verb, adverb, adjective, pronoun, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Dear students, for today we will talk about active and passive voice. Now, what is the difference between active and passive voice? For today, we will talk about active voice and passive voice. Let's start with active voice. In an active voice sentences, the subject, the one who does the action in the sentence, is clearly stated as the subject. The thing that the subject does, the direct object, comes after the verb. The teacher teaches the students. The teacher here is the subject, performs the action. Teaches is the verb, and the students is the object. Receives the action. So the active voice sentence starts with the subject doing the action, followed by the verb, then the object receiving the action. For example, the boy eats an apple. The boy is the subject doing the action. Eats is the verb. An apple is the object. So this is an active voice sentence. Passive voice. In a passive voice sentences, the thing that the subject does something to is placed as the subject of the sentence. In fact, sometimes the subject is hidden or not even mentioned. Pizza is eaten by Diane. Pizza is eaten. When we write a passive voice sentence, we start with the object, then the verb to be, past participle, then by, and the subject. Example, Ruba is taught by Sarah. To change from active to passive in the simple present, start with the object, then put is or are if the verb is in the present tense. Put the verb in the past participle tense. Then add the word by, and finally put the subject. Look at the following example. Ahmed drives the car. Ahmed is the subject, drives is the verb, the car is the object. To change this sentence into passive voice, we start with the object, the car, then we use is, we use the verb in the past participle, driven, then we add by Ahmed. Ahmed drives the car. In the passive, we say the cars are driven by Ahmed. Now to change from active to passive in the simple past, start with the object, then put was or were if the verb is in the past tense, put the verb in the past participle tense, add the word by, and finally put the subject. Ahmed drove the car. Ahmed is the subject, drove is the verb, and the car is the object. The passive voice of this sentence, the car was driven by Ahmed. The next example, Ahmed drove the cars. The passive voice of this sentence, the cars were driven by Ahmed. We use active voice when the subject is the one doing something. Nader ran the Gaza Marathon. We use passive voice when the action is more important than who does the action. Passive voice is also used when we don't know who does the action or when we don't want to tell who did something. My food was eaten. The bike was stolen. The flowers were picked. Now let's read the following example. Many people speak English. Many people is the subject, speak is the verb, English is the object. This is an active voice sentence. In the passive voice, we say English is spoken by many people. We use is because English is a singular noun and the tense of the sentence is present tense. Tom wrote a book. A book was written by Tom. We use was because book is a singular noun and the tense of the sentence is past tense. The government raised taxes. Taxes were raised by the government. Taxes is a plural noun, so we use were and the sentence in the past tense. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you liked this lesson, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more and don't forget to click the bell to get all the updates.